just wanted to make sure I brought this back up to the board. I don't have any more information. I'm still waiting on Mayor Nolan to send us that revised document for the land transfer. He has, to my knowledge, the most recent agreement, and I just don't yet have it back. So as soon as Penny and I get that, we'll be able to affect that by bringing it to the board for approval. We've concluded 2 rounds of teacher interviews for the vacant teaching positions last week. Mary Ann and Pat's departments are working in tandem to complete the hiring and onboarding processes. Since our last meeting, we have had 2 TVLA mentors resign who've taken positions in other neighboring districts, and a couple, these aren't final, but a couple tentative resignations of teachers at the high school level. These are not yet confirmed, but we have begun to post these positions, so we'll be more nimble over the next few days with our hiring process. Cabinet will be meeting a few days next week to begin our pre-bargaining planning. We're then going to be talking to TFT and 26M about looking at, instead of a day, a week on, week off, 1 day at a time, looking maybe at some week-long sessions, just to be more efficient. Everyone is so busy that if we can think about this from a strategic standpoint, I know Pat had a great idea. She had recalled that in the past this used to be done, and could we block off an entire week and really focus diligently on that bargaining. So TFT and 26M have expressed some interest in looking at this option, and so I think we'll be doing some real calendar work over the next days and weeks to find some opportune times to start our process. I also had a follow-up conversation with Dr. Rod Green to debrief after our retreat and discuss next steps. I told him that we would be, as a board, talking tonight about what the board wished to see in the future, about things like facilitated mission, vision, and strategic planning series, and to discuss the MASB board self-evaluation instrument to continue to help guide the board on their work in areas of process and procedure. I really enjoyed the planning session, and I think some of the things we'll see tonight in the flow of the agenda. I worked with Blaine, I worked with Kim to kind of put this into practice tonight to start off with a kind of a reclaimed, focused agenda. So it's a good first draft, and later on in the agenda, when we get to the discussion phase, you'll see there'll be a portion there for the board to talk about what they like, what the board doesn't like, and we'll continue to revise and edit as we go. And that concludes my report. Mary Ann.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. So I echo Mr. Williams' sentiments. Welcome, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
Nice to have you on board. The first thing that I'd like to discuss is our apologies in advance for us working through the sound system. Today, knock on wood, it's working, but an hour ago we were struggling. So we are trying to work through the bugs, but I promise once we have everything in place, we will be delivering our board meetings with state-of-the-art equipment. So thank you in advance. We're just trying to work through things with Tierney. This is probably the most exciting topic, is the issue of new hires, and Mr. Williams spoke about it, but I'd like to also share my excitement. We did hire 10 new, pending board approval, 10 new elementary teachers. There were 13 TSD staff that spent 2 very long days in interviews. These dedicated staff members include Kim Berkey, Liz Biddle, Cindy Mazzaros, Donna Cahalan, Leslie Godfrey, Angel Williams, Susie Sweet, Kathy King, Debbie Bordeaux, Tamara Jackson, Lori Lazat, Brenna Canfield, and myself. We interviewed 21 people on August 7th using the speed interview process, and then we selected 12 people for normal interviews on August 9th. Special thanks to HR for all of the behind-the-scenes work that it takes to officially hire our new staff. They're still in the process of confirming some references, and we actually anxiously await the decisions of these talented teachers. I spoke to you a few weeks ago about the School Improvement Leadership Team being involved in the MDE MSU Coaching 101 series, and we did take a 3-hour exam. So we received the results from the Michigan Department of Education confirming that Kim Berkey, Liz Biddle, Tracy Carroll, Perry Nagy, Kim Curry, and I are officially proficient in Coaching 101. All of us can be found on the MDE website on the Proficient Teacher list. I'm proud of our school improvement team and all of their hard work and accomplishments. This accomplishment will certainly enhance the TSD coaching model. This might be tied with my second bullet. Today we met, as Mr. Williams mentioned, to discuss our wall-to-wall schools, the TSD academies. There were 19 members. I'd like to recognize them because they gave up their time during the summer, and if you've ever been a teacher, I just want to tell you that that's very sacrosanct time. So the fact that they were here for 3 hours is certainly noteworthy. The group included Phil Somerville, Lori Rush, Jennifer Lowers, Leslie Smith, Kim Santese, Melissa Klipczynski, Shara Dudek, Diane Green, Chad Putnam, Amber McNew, Tom Boldrick, Brad Schwartz, Paul Iden, Linda Moore, Michelle Nedlek, Janice Loomis, Tommy Saylor, and Douglas Myers. As previously mentioned a few minutes ago, Clearwater School District has incorporated 4 academies that include BLISS, FAME, SHARE, and STEAM. So BLISS stands for Business Leadership and International Studies. FAME stands for Fine Arts, Media and Education. SHARE stands for Sports, Hospitality, and Recreational Education. And STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Aerospace, and Mathematics. After our discussion today, as we considered the needs and interests of our population, we decided that we need to tweak 2 of the pathways. We will keep BLISS and STEAM and do a few minor changes to FAME. The SHARE Academy needs to be altered, and in this preliminary work, the group suggested the idea of a HEAT Academy, Health, Hospitality, Emergency, and Technician Group. Our next steps are to have the whole group meet on August 22nd to solidify career pathway choices and cross-reference them with our curricular calendar. Once these choices are in place, both high school staffs will be placed into academies to do planning work for the rest of the year. The entire staff will meet monthly during the early release time to put this plan in place. Rather than meet as departments, the high school administration is making a commitment to safeguarding those releases for academy work. This will be a heavy lift, however, the team was certainly excited and up for the challenge. The feedback from the group was that they were appreciative that the district was investing in them and giving them a voice in the planning process. More exciting news on the high school front about DECA. Truman's DECA president, Senior Sarah Shirazi, has been appointed social media correspondent for DECA Direct magazine. She will write monthly articles for them. Her first article just came out. We're very proud of Sarah. She's worked hard these last 3 years and certainly deserves this recognition. We look forward to an amazing 2017-18 school year with many more student successes. And there is a link if you're interested in reading her article. It's on the following page. Finally, in terms of professional development, again, a very busy week in TSD. This room is hopping. I don't know if you still feel the energy. We offered professional development in the following topics: Spanish teacher training for their new textbooks, and K-5 elementary teachers for Journey's ELA training. And then finally, if you can mark your calendar this Friday, the TSD band is hosting a parent night to showcase their hard work from band camp at Truman at 6 p.m. And that concludes my report.
Quick question, Mary Ann, with all this coaching notoriety, does that mean I have to grant you release time when other districts call and ask for your help?
But we're going to charge them, so yes.
There you go. Okay. There you go. Getting that on record. All right.
It doesn't come cheap.
Motion to accept?
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All the same sign, motion carries 7-0. Next item.
2.02, student staff recognition.
So this is a broad one. Normally I have some certificates and we call a few people up, but I just wanted, from my chair, to give a big shout out and a thank you to every single employee that has worked their tail off this summer with a significant heavy lift, not only with, thinking about high school transition and 9th grade transition from teachers and equipment and furniture and computers and technology from Kennedy over to Truman, but all of the regular work that has to go on regardless of when we add all this other stuff to the docket. So huge thanks to all of our technicians and Rob Ferrari, his whole department, Kathy Fields, 26M, all of her staff throughout all the divisions, Steve in transportation for all of the bus route reworking that has gone into thinking about how we need to adjust start and end times to make these transits work well between the 2 schools. All the work going on over at TVLA, all the curricular planning work. It seems like we've doubled the normal amount of work in the summer, and I know after talking to Rob and looking, kind of at some of the past practices or past purchase amounts of product coming in, we've really begun to see an influx of devices and a lot of heavy lifting that needs to go on there because of the bond. So that's exciting, but it does mean that the summer work has been quite a heavy lift. So I didn't want to leave anybody out. Thanks to all the cabinet for all their late hours, all the teachers, all the principals. It seems like even though we've been on summer mode, this building has been full 4 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day with various trainings and various PDs. So to everybody involved, thank you very, very much. It's been a big summer. We still have a few weeks to go, thankfully, because we still have a little more to do. But thanks to everyone. It's been very, very busy.